Hi Capricorn, welcome to your fortnightly check-in with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cappy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to pop these to the side. For your cross purposes over the fortnight ahead, you have also remember these are purely tarot based. There's no astrology in these, so check them out for your sun, your moon and your ascendant to figure out which one I resonate with more for you. So for your cross purposes, you have the Empress. So there's a couple of ways that this could show up. Now, on the macrocosmic level, the Empress basically suggests that too much of a good thing is potentially not a good thing, right? So this kind of does suggest that there's going to be a little bit of excess. Whether this shows up as greed and or vanity will remain to be seen in your personal experience, but it will be interesting to see how it shapes up. It may also be that there is kind of either more demanded from you than is actually fair at this time. And in terms of the microcosm, let's have a look, see what's going on. In terms of the microcosmic elements of your cross purposes, you've got the Knight of Wands. Right, so this, to be quite honest with you, is passion or pleasure at any cost. It's almost like, yeah, sorry, you'll have to forgive me. My allergies are driving me insane at this moment in time. But what this suggests to me is this is like your, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like unbridled passion, but when it goes too far. Or it's like, you know what, I just want to feel good. I just want to be happy. I just want to laugh. It's like complete ignorance to the challenges or the issues that show up in pursuit of pleasure. So just be careful with this because it has the potential to kind of run away with itself. And it's funny because as a Capricorn, you guys are naturally very responsible. So to see you kind of this adverse to responsibility or to be like really shirking away from things that you kind of usually would run towards, it does kind of suggest that maybe you're having a little bit of a moment, right? For your actions and interactions with the world at large, you've got the Three of Pentacles with the Three of Swords, okay, and the Seven of Pentacles. This is basically where some effort that you have put into like an endeavor or whatever it might be, something that you have put a lot of time, effort and energy into has just not happened or worked, and there's a part of you that has already reached this fortnight. It's like a point of absolute exasperation to say, well, fuck it, there's literally nothing else I can do. So there's a part of you, and one thing I know about Capricorns, when you guys are done, oh my gosh, like literally, I'm telling you, I thought I was bad. Capricorns will burn a bridge for fun. Like, you guys don't fuck around. Like, when you are ready, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna walk away. It's like, I don't know if you've ever seen that film, Waiting to Exhale. So good. And there's that meme on the internet of Angela Bassett when she strikes the match and just chucks the match behind her. Like, when Capricorns are ready, they will burn a bridge. Like, and not even flinch about it either. This does feel for me like you have reached that point. Like you just kind of, it's like I've done everything that I could possibly do, and at this point I refuse to give or to do any more. So you know what? I'm gonna make me feel good right now. I mean, this is Capricorns releasing all of their, you know, every time they do something ultra responsible, every time they've swallowed down their impulse, I kind of feel like they're all going to explode out with this fortnight. And we're just going to be seeing like man and woman teenagers all over the place, and they will all be the Capricorns. I'm going to be out here watching out for all the crazy people this fortnight. For your career and communications, you've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, this kind of makes sense with the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so what this suggests to me is the reason for this burning of bridges, it's got something to do with your career, something to do with your career or your work. It's like you've reached a point with this where you've tried to be diplomatic, you've tried to be professional, and now it's like, no, now I feel like you're just taking the piss out of me. I've got to say though, because you've got the 2 queens here, 2 queens represent sincere friends, right? 2 threes represents a calming influence, but with the other cards that are present, that's not going to happen. That usual steely, calm, or trademark stoicism that you're known for, it ain't going to be that this fortnight, right? And because you've got the 2 queens here, this suggests that a work ally, a work friend, the work wife, the work husband, etc., you have an ally that is absolutely backing you up here. It's like someone's kind of saying, yeah, you know what? I am, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like you're saying to yourself, you know what? I'm doing this, but you've got someone that's an ally to say, actually, you know what? This person very rarely loses their shit like this. So the fact that they are means that they're speaking likely on behalf of all of us. It looks like a lot of you are going to go in on someone this fortnight, and honey, I'm just glad it ain't me, okay? For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, that Page of Pentacles suggests that this is potentially some part of your curriculum, or the not the culture, but the establishment itself. There's some part of you that has really tried to get on board with the way something is, and it's like at this point you just can't do it anymore, and so now you're going to seek to change some kind of something that is considered like a fundamental part of the institution that you study with. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, same kind of thing here, only you are giving voice to all of the stuff that everybody else in the office or the company has wanted to say for some time. Just be careful, because the thing is, you guys, I've said this before, right? Like the water signs will find your emotional chink, right? And they will ram whatever it is that they need to home and straight up have you bawling, right? The fire signs will threaten to fight you, you know, or probably will try to fight you. The air signs will straight up talk facts at you, right? And they'll wrap you up in logic. Whereas the earth signs, they will shake the fucking ground when they need to, right? Like, and straight up, they will just bam, truth bomb, bam, truth bomb, bam, truth bomb. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, I commend it. The challenge that you have is, if you ain't already a millionaire yet or financially free, your ass still needs to go to work next month to earn that money. Don't get yourself fired out here is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? Outside of that, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this looks like you and a business partner or somebody in your same arena. It's like you're joining up, you're ganging up to say, right, this shit in our industry we don't like, and we're going to be out here to correct it. Yes, yes, yes. Whatever your industry is, disrupt it. Disrupt that system of your... Right. Let me come down on that Pluto in the retrograde in the Capricorn is doing some stuff. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this does suggest that you will start to build something alongside a group of friends, or at least one sincere friend that really believes in your cause, and vice versa. For those of for your love and relations, you've got the Temperance card. You've got the 5 of Cups, okay, and you've got the 6 of Swords. Okay, so this isn't specifically a death, but I am going to tell you, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, you may hear of somebody whose health is terminal this fortnight. I really hope I'm wrong on this front, but it is a possibility. Now, for those of you that are single, this suggests that the problems, the issues, and the challenges that you've had in your love life of late or recently are now about to start coming to a close or to an end. And it really does, it's going to rely, this next fortnight is about you really sorting out in your mind and your energy what you actually want and need from a relationship. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, as I say, it looks like you're going to be getting some news. Isn't it weird how that kind of looks like the cloak there? If you are partnered or married, excuse me, there's the Capricorn. For those of you that have had issues, problems, or challenges within your relationship, some news that comes in either about an in-law or somebody else's health it's almost like you look at that and you think, you know what, whatever petty squabbles we've had, we are ready to squash them because they just don't matter. For your money and materials, you have the 9 of Cups, beautiful, with the 7 of Cups. So the money is taking an upswing, but that 7 of Cups does suggest that as quickly as it comes in, you're going to want to be out here spending it. We've got the Ace of Cups as well. Look, Ace of Cups, 9 of Cups, that's the 10. But with this 7 involved as well, it would say literally, so that would be the 8. Yeah, okay, so the thing that I want to say to you is the money could go up this fortnight, or you could have some good financial news or benefits or blessings that come in. But the challenge that you've got is your Capricorn's out here whiling out, and it's almost like there's a part of you that's just like, you know what, just spend it all, enjoy life, have pleasure, all the rest of it right now. Like, just be careful, because this looks like a binge across the board. For those of you that are when it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is you potentially trying to do too much. If you're going to diet. If you're going to exercise. Yes, you can do both, but in moderation. If you're trying to approach everything at 100 miles an hour, the likelihood is that it's going to be too much and your body's just going to refuse at some point, okay? So please be careful with yourself. When it comes to your home and environment, it's like pick your blessings, right? And one of them is going to be a blessing in disguise. So allow things to unfold in their natural time. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic fortnight. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.